Good morning, class. Welcome to Lagos Progressive Junior Secondary School online class. For this class, our subject is business studies. And in business studies today, we'll be moving on with our previous lesson on commerce. We'll be moving on our previous lesson, which is commerce. Remember, during the last class, our topic was commerce, and under commerce, we look at the meaning of commerce, we look at the importance of commerce, we look at the division of commerce, and then we moved on to discuss and talked about one of the division of commerce, which is trade, where we look at the meaning of trade and also the division of trade. So we'll be continuing from there today in this our class. Like I rightly said, that our lesson today will be a continuation of where we stopped during the last class on commerce. But before we move on to today's lesson, let us quickly do a revision of what we did during the last class. Yes. Who can tell me what is commerce? What is commerce? Yes, I can see you raising up your hands. Very good. Very good. Yes. Thompson Alimo, tell me, what do you understand by commerce? Very good. Clap for yourself. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes. We remember the last time we said commerce can simply be said as a process of exchanging goods and services on a large scale. Then let's look at the second question. Yes. Can somebody list or give me some of the importance of commerce? Yes. Some of the importance of commerce. Yes. Ore. Very good. Well done. Yes, very good. Yes, one of the importance of commerce is that it helps in creating job opportunities for people. It also helps in linking the producer to the final consumer. Yes, another question. Can somebody tell me the division of commerce? Yes, can somebody tell me the division of commerce? Yes, I can see your hand up, Timileyin. Very good. I can see your hand up. Yes, tell me the division of commerce. Yes, commerce, very good. Clap for him. Well done. Yes, commerce can be divided into two, and they are trade and is to trade. Very good. Yes, can somebody tell me what we mean by trade? What is trade? What is trade? Yes, Raji Fawaz. Very good. Well done. Keep it up. Yes, trade can simply be said as a process of buying and selling goods and services to satisfy human wants and also to make profit. Then our last question there will be, can somebody tell me the division of trade? Yes, the division of trade. Yes, I can see your hands up. Yes, Shomu Iwamatsu. Yes, tell me the division of trade. Yes, very good. Clap for him. Well done. Trade can also be divided into two parts, and they are home trade and then foreign trade. All this was what we discussed during our last class. Let us now move on to today's lesson, which is the concluding part or the continuation of our last lesson on commerce. And today, at the end of this lesson for today, students should be able to define aids to trade. Students should be able to tell us what we mean by aids to trade. They should also be able to list the division of aids to trade. They should also be able to list the division of aids to trade. And lastly, they should be able to explain each aids to trade. This is the objective that we are expected to achieve at the end of this lesson. Yes, like I rightly said, we want to look at what we mean by ace to trade. We want to look at what we mean by ace to trade. And when we are talking about ace to trade can simply be said as those activities that makes trading possible. Ace to trade are those activities that makes trading possible. And these activities that makes trading possible can also be called auxiliary to trade. These activities that makes trading possible can also be called auxiliary to trade, meaning that if these activities that makes trading possible are not available, automatically trade will not be possible. That now takes us to the division of ace to trade. The division of ace to trade from the picture you can see on the screen ace to trade can be divided basically into 7 major groups. Ace to trade can be divided into 7 major groups, and they are: one, banking; the second one is transportation; the third one is communication; the fourth one is insurance; the fifth one is warehousing; the sixth one is advertisement; and the last one is tourism. All these 7 that we refer to as ace to trade, if they are not available, trading will not be possible. Let's now look at them one after the other. The first one is banking. Yes, we all have seen a bank, or we have been to the bank before. And when we are talking about bank, a bank is a financial institution where we keep or borrow money and other important valuable documents. Yes, bank is a very important ace to trade because through the help of bank, we can save our money there, and for the purpose of our business, we can also go there and borrow money to improve on our business. Then the second one is called transportation. Yes, transportation has to do with the movement of people, goods, services, and raw material from one place to another. Transportation is a very important ace to trade because through the help of transportation, those goods that is being produced by the producer are being distributed by the middlemen, who are referred to as both the wholesalers and the retailers, until they get to the final consumer, meaning that transportation helps to bridge the link between the producer and the consumer. The third one is communication. Yes, communication is an important ace to trade, and when we are talking about communication, communication can simply be said as a process of passing information, idea, knowledge, or feelings from one place to another, or from one person to another. Communication is an essential part of ace to trade because it helps the producer to get the information about the goods that is needed by the consumer, and also it helps the consumer to know about the information of goods that are available, how to use them, and where to get them at what price they can be gotten from the market. The fourth one is called insurance. When we are talking about insurance is also a very important aid to aid, and that is why when we are talking about insurance can simply be said as a process of protecting against unforeseen circumstances. And when I say unforeseen circumstances, particularly in the line of business, most of the time you cannot predict what can happen, and if there is no a form of insurance or protection against all these unforeseen incidents, the business is likely to collapse. But through the help of insurance, you are sure, as long as you insure your business, you are sure of being placed back or put back where you were before the incident happened. The fifth one is called warehousing. A lot of goods are being produced on a daily basis, and the portion that we make use of on a daily basis is very minimal or small. Are we going to now advise that since we don't use the remaining one, we should go and throw them away? No, no. That is where warehouse comes in as an ace to trade. And when we are talking about warehousing is a place where we store goods that are not immediately needed till when they are needed. Meaning, at times during we have different types of season. For instance, we have rainy season, dry season, and harmattan in Nigeria. There are some products that can be produced during the rain season. There are some that can be produced during the dry season, and there are some that are being produced during the harmattan season. This makes goods always available all around the year. The sixth one is called advertisement or advertising. When we are talking about advertisement has to do with making or passing information about the existence of certain goods and services that is available in the market. This is an essential information because if you look at it, without this advertisement, a lot of goods that have been produced will not be known by the consumers who need them, and if they are not known, if the consumers are not known, they don't know about these goods and services that are being produced, automatically production is not complete. Then the last one is called tourism. The last one is called tourism. Yes, when we are talking about tourism, tourism has to do with visiting sites or places that are very important to the history and culture of a particular society. Yes, you might be wondering that why is tourism among us to trade? Yes, tourism is also a very important is to trade, because as more people visit a particular place for the purpose of tourism, automatically it is going to improve the trading activity. For instance, if you have been to Olumo before, you observe that in Abeokuta, where Olumo is, the economic situation around where Olumo is has improved greatly. That is why if you have been to Olumo, you will see places like Itoku where they sell Kampala and so on and so forth. It is through that tourism site that we call Olumo that makes it possible for people to patronize more in at Itoku. Yes, all these are what we are expected to learn under is to trade. Any question for me? Well, very good, very good. I can see Oriagba asking me question that um, tourism, like I have rightly said. Yes, if you look at it, look at Babish. If you have been to Babish before, you will observe that a lot of economic activity happens there. For instance, people who can buy horse will register their horse there and find a rider who can ride it. So as long as you visit that place, sometimes we want to ride horse. Now, and since we don't bring our horse up because they will not allow us to bring our horse inside, what is going to happen is we are going to patronize the horse rider, and they will carry us just within some few minutes and we'll pay. These are what tourism taught us to trade. So for any further question, you can send your questions to my email juwon1518@gmail.com, or to my WhatsApp number, which is 08052351895. Yes, I have an assignment for you. I have an assignment for you. Yes, for my assignment, click on the blue link below on your screen and follow the instructions on the question. That is where you will get the assignment from. Read and do them very well. They are very easy, and follow the instruction. That is where we are going to stop for today. So that is where we are going to stop for today. See you during the next class.